What's going on,
What's going
Jamal?
on, y'all?
What's happening, big dog?
What's happening?
Aaron calling. What's going on? Remember we'll make a sci-fi summer on nine title of the chapter. Just want to chime in. It's a very big topic. There's been a lot of scrutiny. I think to address some of it, what Mika said, and some bros in the chat I saw. We're not obligated to co-sign with anybody who's running politically. That's in the D9 org. I just
Yeah.
really got to hit that home. That comes up a lot. I'm very objective in my personal life, even within this space and this conversation. People ask me about. I'm like, not really a Kamala fan.
hmm
Um, One of my brothers, Clyburn is a member of Omega Sci-Fi. I have my opinions on that. We're not obligated to side with anyone or anything politically. A lot of people feel that, but ask the questions. Very objective. So
Well, the other question is though, do you think that these organizations are getting more scrutiny as a result of Kamala Harris now becoming the president or the presidential candidate of the United States of America because of these Zoom calls
mhm.
and because of the organization efforts on the backs of AKAs and the Divide Nine?
Absolutely. But it does go back to that point. That doesn't in one way mean that anyone has to sign with her. And a lot of it is some of the peanut gallery stuff that's been happening for decades period. It's just like you're on the outside looking in talking about something you don't know.
Mm.
So that's like me assuming, Anton, you got pants on right now. I can only see you from the chest up. You might be
If I
ass
if I
naked.
stand up, it's gonna be crazy.
So you don't
You'll be
know.
surprised. It's crazy.
You,
No, but I
you
but I
don't
actually
know.
but I actually do know because
Mhm.
you'll be surprised what I know and who I'm connected to. That's a part of
Absolutely.
these organizations. So when I ask these questions, I'm not, and
Sure.
again, you got to remember that I'm not saying yay or nay, but the
Right.
question still remains
Hmm.
because there is a lot of people that are
Right.
basically mobilizing behind this effort. She was at Boule down in Dallas. Roland Martin
Right.
did pull up. It
Right.
did happen at the time that basically Joe Biden supposedly dropped out, and then she just so happened to pop up in Dallas. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So all of this stuff is facts. I'm not speaking on
Yeah.
something that I'm not aware of. I'm speaking on something, but then I'm asking a question. You know what I'm
Sure.
saying? Because the scrutiny is there, whether it's warranted or not.
Right, right. So what I meant, let me clarify. A lot of it comes down to some of the hazing pledge and stuff, and that somebody in the chat, one of the moderators said, "Oh, I do know." And us at Greeks, a lot of times we said that we look back and we're like, "I'm not gonna argue with you, but you may know something, but you don't know everything." But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, there is scrutiny there. She definitely mobilized it. People that are in Divine Eye organizations who happen to side with her, and there are many who don't. Like bruh said in the chat, I know tons of bruhs who don't side with Kamala Harris. I don't
Mm-hmm.
either. I don't robotically assign with Kamala Harris. Some of the scrutiny has been coming because people have always had issues with us on certain levels. Mika said something I've heard many a times, like all they do is this. So my question is, turkey drives ain't enough? My chapter, we
No,
we do a lot.
I didn't say all they do.
Okay.
I said if they're just doing turkey drives. No, I said it's
Okay.
one thing to do turkey drives and back to school thing events
Right.
like that, right? But again, like I said, I'm from DC. Howard
Hmm.
University sits in a on a prominent avenue in DC,
Absolutely.
right? Where you can go from $1 million homes to the projects in 2
Right.
seconds.
Right.
So what I'm saying is if this is what these organizations are for, I've never
Hmm.
known about them because I've never seen them out in the community.
Right. Right.
Like and
So
if you're able
yeah,
to raise that type of money that fast, you that money could have fixed a lot of things in certain communities.
that's true. I think with that though, I don't really have a full answer to where Kamala got all the money and what she did with. I know for us though, you have to look. I think with anything positive, you don't see some of the heavier stuff. You don't see it a lot. So like I put in the chat with my chat. I've one of my pro fights is a state rep, one is a senator. They both had put legislation in place. One of them put, and these are my chapter brothers. These are people that are 5-10 minutes, drive down the road. They put legislation to make sure that the schools within their district had to start teaching African American studies. Like, so a lot of stuff we see that, and I've had people say that y'all just give out book bags. Okay, what about this, this, and this? I'm a fact stater. Then it's kind of like quiet, and
So
then it
what?
goes into yeah. Go ahead.
So in the African American studies, what exactly is being taught? More slave
So
shit.
it no, not necessarily. I mean that has to come into it, honestly. But it's taught. No, no, no.
So more
But
more
here's what I
indoctrination.
mean by
More
that. Right. Here's what I
indoctrination.
mean. What'd you say?
More indoctrination then.
The teaching it. Well, sometimes you have to teach to clarify, but it's. I mean, we more than we were just slaves, right? If I pretend like we weren't slaves,
This one, slick one.
no, it's not slick.
This one, slick
It's
one,
really
boy.
teaching, and part of that came into teaching in every high school now. They're teaching financial literacy, and that came from one of my chapter brothers too. So I'm
No,
not
but
trying to be
see,
slick tongue.
no, I'm joking with you, homie. But the
Yeah, it's
thing
all
is
good. It's
though,
all good.
no, but the thing
Right.
is, my only issue with that is
Hmm.
it's not teaching anything new. It's not anything
Okay.
refreshing. It's the same old, same old. It's still burying us down the road, and there's no truth involved in it. I took Pan African Studies, in
Right.
college. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And to me, it was. I mean, you got some knowledge in there. You learned about
Yeah.
Kemet and everything, but ultimately, it still leads you. It's not going to ever differentiate you to think that what took place on this land is the only truth. It doesn't teach you anything else, man. It's still going to
No, I
teach you slave shit, and I don't think that's exactly how shit took place.
no,
But
absolutely not.
that's
I'm a
neither here nor there.
huge no, no, I get it. I'm a huge Dr. Ben and Dr. John Herbert Clark studier. I'm avid in those gentlemen, and I know. But I would say this: it took somebody trying to make a step in something. And I get what you're saying. I know what we need, like teaching about El Kebulon, teaching about who the Kemetic people really were. I get it. It takes somebody, whether it's a D9 person or not, to try to take the step. And there are people who are trying to do that.
Did you say Dr.
Just
Claude
walking.
Anderson?
No, I didn't say that. I said Dr. John
Oh,
Henrik Clark and Dr.
oh,
Ben.
okay. Okay.
But Dr. Anderson too, of course. Powernomics needs to be taught.
Well, that's the reason why they don't have a strong vote. But whatever. that's a
That's
long
why. I
that's a
get
long
it.
talk.
No,
I
but
get it.
I respect you for coming up, Jamal, and
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying, having a conversation and giving clarification. For me, again, I'm just asking the questions
Absolutely.
because I always like to, have conversations about more than just dick and pussy. To be honest with you, so
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got you, brother. And real one before I get off, and started what kind of pushed this. Jason Black and TBA kind of started a couple years ago. He started saying that kind of attacking the D9, and I get it, saying what more could they
who?
do? I think all Jason Black, the Black Authority, but he also said some other stuff I disagree. I don't disagree with him much, but he started talking about HBCUs also aren't doing anything, which I totally disagree because HBCUs have been giving African Americans, Foundation Black Americans a chance for hundreds of years. Obviously, at one
Are,
point,
are
my
they
alma
are
matter
they
produced
are they
90%
owned
of
by black
the black
people?
lawyers in the country. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Are they owned by black people?
Owned. So the boards for a lot of them now sit with African Americans on the boards and presidents. Absolutely. That wasn't the case in founding. Like I said, I'm objective and honest. So my
Yeah, because
alma mater,
Spellman
right.
is under what's his name, Rockefeller? That's his
Yeah,
wife.
yeah, his wife. Yeah. So yes,
Mhm.
honestly, most HBCUs did start with a founding from non-African American people. Yes. But as we took the wheels over centuries and over decades, it's become our institution. So if you can't say that, because at one point you look at Meharry Medical College was a black school that taught doctors, and we went back to our communities when segregation was still going on to be the only doctors in black hospitals. and running private practices. Lincoln University produced prominent amount of black lawyers who were going back to black communities. Because remember, you can say, "Oh man, they ain't teach nothing," but you had to in 1930 go back to your black community to be a black lawyer because you wasn't going in a white community to be a black lawyer.
Hmm.
So they had their purpose. So we got to look at that too. And I'll land there.
I
Thanks.
agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. But
Well, he
you know,
he uh he landed.
like
Thank you for
bounce.
coming up, big dog. Let me bring up one more caller. I'm gonna have Spaces come up and give his thoughts real quick within the next couple of minutes. Spaces, what's going on, big dog?
He gonna talk about my C4.
Spaces, can you hear me?
What
Yeah,
up,
what's
my
good?
guy?
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sure.
What's
Yes.
happening, big dog?
Bet, what's good? I just had a I came to a theory just now while you were talking, having a question, while you were explaining the difference between Democrats and Republicans.
Mm,
So there was a particular show that I was watching, right? So there's character A and character B, right? So character A had he was real big on information, right? He is real big on information, and he used the information. He gathered information to basically benefit his purpose in the long term, right? Character B was noticing that I'm sorry, character A had little what he thinks he called little birdies. The birdies are the people that went out and got his information and brought it back to him, right? So character B was like, "Hey, character A, how do you get your birdies to be so loyal to you?"
mm,
And character A says, "Well, through candy, because the birdies were broke, absolute poor, no house, no nothing, right? The way I keep them so loyal to me is because I give them a piece of candy.
mm,
I don't give them the whole bag of candy. I don't give them a whole lot of candy because if I give them a whole lot of candy, then they won't need me. So
Hmm.
I take that it
yeah, I
that
understand what you're
came to
saying.
me.
I understand the correlation.
Yeah, the core
Hmm.
because it's like what you were saying earlier, like teach a, if you Democrats give a man a fish and Republicans teach a man a fish.
Yeah.
So I say that it was just reminded me of Lord Varys in Game of Thrones.
Mm.
We knew.
Just
We
saying.
knew.
I just had to remind you, man, because I can't wait till you watch it, so you can constantly refer to the Red Wedding.
How many seasons is it of Game of Thrones?
It's 8 total, but you only need to watch 1 through 7 because 8 was garbage.
Listen,
Anton ain't go 7 seasons. Look
He's
at the
he's
time.
he's not
It's
gonna
only
make it through the
it's only
first one.
I'm just gonna
it's
tell y'all
only
the
10
truth.
per episode. I mean, it's only
He's
10
not
per
gonna make
season.
it through the first one.
how you know I
He's
ain't gonna
not.
watch 7 seasons, Mika?
It's only 10 episodes per season.
Okay.
How long is the episodes?
An hour.
Like 45 to an
Exactly.
hour.
Oh hell no,
Exactly. What I say?
He's not gonna make it. He's not
He
gonna
ain't gonna
make it.
make it.
bruh. Let
I'm
me tell
telling
you
you.
something. Let me
He
tell you
might watch
something,
half an
bro.
episode a day.
I don't
Hey,
even think
hey,
I'm gonna get that
he's
far. Bro.
he's making it through the boys. He's making it through the
No, I'm
boys
not.
slowly but
I
surely.
It
listen,
took
man.
Anton.
Listen,
It took
I
Anton
tried.
like
I
a
thought
couple
that
of days for one episode.
the boys were highly entertaining. It was awesome.
And he stopped.
Um, let me tell you something, bro. I haven't cut that TV back on.
What I say?
This shit
What I say? What I
crazy.
I
say?
can't do it. Listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. And this is the honest to God truth. If it's if I'm not making no money, cause I was watching the boys one time and I was like, damn, I wonder how much money I'm losing.
He tried. He
Honest to
tried.
God, honest to God. Like I don't know what's wrong with me, but my mind was like, damn. I mean, I could be doing this. I could be doing taking care of productive of this. Like in my mind, I'm just like, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I could sit here. I could force myself to sit here. Like
And he not
even to the
lying.
point to where I was like, I mean, I could be asleep right now. Like I could be catching up on some
He's
sleep.
not lying. Slimmy. Slimmy. He had the big TV right here. He's like, see, I am watching it. I am watching it. And it was like 3 minutes. 3 minutes. He turned around to the okay. I gotta put these in the file. And then
Damn.
I
Yeah,
got,
dog.
I
I
was
listen.
like,
I have it up there. It's on the
and it
TV.
just set up there on pause.
It's on the TV the whole time. I just can't bring myself to hit the button, bro. Cause I got big TV. I got these big TVs. You know what I'm saying, inside of my studio and shit like that. And I even right now, I got the 85-inch literally right over there. That's an 85. That can tell you how big that fucking wall is. That's an 85-inch TV right there, bro.
Damn.
It does not cut on. That TV rarely ever cuts on, bro. I got the home pod, the Apple home pod right there, over there on the side, right there, right over that side, right there. I got
Anton,
the what do you call those things? The Apple Vision Pros over there, under there, right there. The whole 9 yards, man. That shit is decoration
Anton
or
cut
it's
that
for
TV
parties.
on. Anton cut that TV on, and then he went to open his laptop. The TV went off,
Yep.
and he sat and watched 2 hours of himself.
That's a fact.
I lie to you not.
That is 100% fact. I put myself on the TV and I watch myself, bro. That is the honest to God truth. When I cut the TV on, I'm more
Studying that
likely to
crowd.
watch myself than I'm gonna watch a fucking movie or a TV show.
Hey, when we was at brunch, you had that laptop out.
I know.
Yes, you notice the first thing I said when we got there, I looked at Rita. I said, "That damn laptop."
Well, I was just trying to make the
shit.
analogy that Lord Varys is the equivalent to the Democratic Party to black people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Listen, I'm never gonna catch the
Yeah, you
references. I'm
ain't
gonna
gonna
be
you ain't
honest
gonna
with
never
you.
you ain't gonna never catch you ain't gonna know it. You ain't gonna never watch that shit.
I
I
just
love
I just wanted to
Yeah,
give you
I
the
that's a
heads
rock
great
up.
with
That was
it.
analogy.
all.
I rock with it, but I am a workhorse, bro. That's what I
It's a great
do,
analogy.
and I just that's what I do, man. I love working. I love working.
All right, man. Y'all have a good night.
All right, big
You
dog.
too.
It's all homie. I'll
Thanks,
let you
bro.
soon.
If it's not, dog, it's very few things that you can get me out for. If it ain't about partying, uh, fucking busting down a bag, working, shit, bro. Ain't too many things you gonna get me up for.
Get that money.
That's Anton.
Bro, talk. That's just the way that I move, man. I'm just different, bro. So I don't know, man. I like to watch myself though.
That's the fact.
Hey man, I'll be
I do
watching.
like to watch
I'll
myself,
be
bro.
watching stuff.
He literally did that. Remember that? What was that? Trump when Trump got shot and he did that long live stream. When he finally came back, he opened up the laptop to watch what he just recorded.
You know the
I'm
first
like,
thing I got like when you first come into my studio, I got like this big old TV and two chairs. Like, kind of like a sitting area or whatever like that, right? And most of the time what's on that TV is live streams of me. It's on playlists. And you can come in and you can rewatch some episodes of me. Or I got another TV that's inside, like that's in front of my desk, and I like to sit and study myself. And so I'll study myself and I'll also look at different competition or I look at bigger networks and I'm mining out exactly how I'm gonna do things different, what words I'm saying too much, how I can communicate more effectively, how I can, make sure that I condense more information into a smaller segment. Should I take this out? Should I take that out? How I can do this different? What's gonna make for the best experience here? Like I study. Like I don't do these shows and just be like, oh, okay, that's the end of it. I'm literally mining out what I'm going to do the next time, how I was able to capture people's attention, where I need to place things. Like, I am very much a perfectionist when it comes to how I'm going to do it. A lot of people just jump on and they just be doing shit. Like, I am very careful about my subject matter, what I'm going to pick, what's going to go on, how I'm going to end the show, how long the show is going to be. Like I study it and I watch myself and I try to figure out, should I wear a t-shirt? Should I roll with a hoodie? How can I be more professional? What's the lighting happening right there?
Mm-hmm.
Which way I want to put the camera, how I'm gonna set up that place, how we gonna expand it, who I can bring onto the team, if I should interview some people. And so I work from 5:30 in the morning, because I usually get up about 4:30, from 5:30 in the morning until about 1 o'clock at night, and I do take a nap in between there.
Oh, you
I
take a nap.
literally, I got a
I wish
bed
I
in
could.
my studio, bro. Like I got a
Mm.
bed, I got pillows, I got nice pillows, I got pillows straight from MGM Grand, the same pillows that they have inside of their hotel rooms. I got plush covers, I got a dressing room, everything. Like I eat, sleep, and grind. That's what I do.
Jules told me to tell you ever since I've been working with you, I've become more strategic and
Yeah.
I'm working her to death.
Yeah.
And I said, but you only work with me 1 day a week to do a podcast. She said, I know, and I'm tired. She's like, whatever Anton is teaching you, I can't.